expel dead skin from the ear. So as the skin starts dying and shedding, it also starts to move in a conveyor belt motion out of the ear, so that the ear is naturally cleansing itself. And then you get another layer of skin, and when that skin dies and sheds, it's replaced by another layer, and that dead layer of skin migrates. There's a continuous cycle, and any earwax sitting on the surface of the dead skin is also naturally transported out of the ear. So keratosis obtrans is when this skin fails to migrate, and instead it collects in a plug. In addition, as the epidermis skin typically sheds and dies, it sheds in like flakes. So it's almost like desiccated coconut. It's in almost little fish scales. It's got that appearance. It sheds, and when the epidermis skin cells or the epithelial skin cells are on the canal wall itself, they are attached, they're adhered in a tight matrix. But as it dies and sheds, it detaches from itself, from other skin cells, and it flakes away, so almost like an individual skin cells. But with keratosis obtrans, and it's not fully understood why it's the case, but as the skin dies and sheds, it sheds whilst it's still in its tightly adhered matrix, so it's connected to surrounding skin cells, but the skin is dead. And this matrix then forms into a plug, and it is probably the most difficult thing to remove from the ear. It comes in different consistencies, but in this particular patient, I was describing it to the patient, that it's almost like, not almost, it's almost identical to chewing gum. And this chewing gum has been pushed right up against the eardrum, and it's been squashed up against the eardrum, so the patient has been using a cotton bud. And it's just so difficult to remove. So by this stage, we're fully aware it's keratosis obtrans. As I said, it appears to be earwax. On some occasions, you can spot keratosis obtrans from a mile off. As soon as you look in the ear, you can just tell it is. So the characteristic of keratosis obtrans, it's got a lot of kinetic energy, and because this skin, it's folding upon itself, falling into a plug, and this plug of skin gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's got enough kinetic energy to start widening and eroding the ear canal. So keratosis obtrans comes in 4 grades, and a hallmark of keratosis obtrans is ear pain. It's very unusual that a patient attends with keratosis obtrans and they don't have pain, and the reason why they have got pain is because this skin plug is forever going. Think about a rubber ball inside your ear up against the eardrum, and it's expanding. That's going to be painful. Not only is it compressing against the eardrum, and I'll come back to that, but where I've got the 2 arrows, that's where the ear canal is widened, and you can see at the bottom that arc, the patient has got a natural protrusion of the anterior ear canal wall, and both of these things is making this really difficult to remove. So this rubber ball is expanding and it's compressing against the ear canal, and the bone that surrounds the ear canal, the temporal bone, is the second most strongest bone in the body behind I think it's the fibula, if I memory serves me correct. The femur, sorry, do apologise, it's the femur. So you could, just by stating it's the second strongest bone in the body, it gives you an idea of how strong this bone is. But this plug of keratosis obtrans is so powerful, and it can start to widen and